the tale of 1,000 country western tunes.
You're cheating hard.
A special 12 News investigation. This private investigator makes her living enticing husbands, then reports back to their wives. Tonight at 10 on 12 News.
Cheating, it destroys marriages, tears families apart, and ruins lives. A story Chris,
my wife had been coming home late a lot,
and Jessica Smith
denied it, tried denying it, denied it.
Know all too well.
I was devastated.
I started having nervous feelings and I couldn't sleep at night.
Wanting to learn the truth, Chris and Jessica both turned to Sandra Hope, owner of Mate Check Private Investigations.
And I really focus on just that area, infidelity.
Sandra took on both cases at about the same time.
Everybody has the intuition that hunch is usually right.
You know, I took pictures and I followed them around.
And try to, for instance, pick up on a man in a bar who's married and see if he takes the bait.
Exactly. A lot of people want to know if their spouse or mate they're dating would actually go out on them.
It's not a case where you absolutely just set a trap for people.
Absolutely not. They make the move. Everybody has to have proof, and I supply it.
In tonight's Valley News Leader Extra, ABC 15's Kaylee O'Kelly introduces you to the Love Detective.
She uncovers cheating spouses using an arsenal of cameras, recording devices.
Sandy can also track a cheating spouse using a cell phone. You place a decoy phone inside your spouse's car without them knowing. It sends a signal to Sandy's GPS tracking phone. Sandy can follow the spouse anywhere, and when they stop, the exact address where they are pops up on Sandy's screen. She can track down your spouse's lover.
If you want to do a bit of the detective work yourself, you can buy a kit like the one Sandy uses. It will let you know if that spot on your spouse's clothing is DNA. This man, we'll call Paul, hired Sandy to follow his wife of 5 years. He had an inkling she was cheating. Sandy's videotape gave Paul the proof he needed, and although it's heartbreaking, he says knowing helped him get closure faster.
A lot of people that call me, their first thing, I feel bad doing this, I'm scared, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, I feel guilty. But if they only knew that they were one of so many thousands.
There is a lady out there uncovering cheating spouses. She is called the Love Detective.
Everybody wants to know the truth.
You think so?
Even though it hurts. But they have to know, because the not knowing is what really bothers people.
Out of every 10 people that you investigate or follow, how many of them are actually cheating?
10.
Are you serious?
Right. I'm not saying everybody out there is a cheater. But the people who have the suspicion to find a private investigator, they have those feelings.
Adultery is up, and that increased appetite for sex has created a booming business for private eyes.
I found out that there isn't one thing that he told me was true, not even one.
That's why a lot of people are looking through advertisements like these and contacting private investigators. They say they'd rather live with the knowledge that the one they love is a cheat rather than live with their suspicions.
A lot of people are hiring what are called decoys, sending in an actor or actress to meet the person suspected of cheating. Coming up Wednesday night at 10 o'clock on 12 News, Lonnie Levitt will take us undercover in a local bar where a private investigator sets up a chance meeting with the husband of one of her clients. You'll definitely want to see what takes place.
How far is going too far to catch a cheating spouse?
Well, some people are hiring decoys to tempt their lovers and find out if they'll cheat. The person you say hello to at the corner bar or the health club could be spying on you.
It may look and sound innocent enough.
Yeah. How about you?
The woman, Sandy, is a private investigator hired by a wife who suspects her husband of cheating. She runs a decoy service.
A lot of these people are model and actresses.
A client can come to her office, pore over several pictures, and pick out the decoy of his or her choice. Wearing a tape recorder under her clothes, she went to this local bar to find out just how faithful her client's husband would be.
And you're getting divorced, huh? Well, it's in the process. Obviously, she's very upset. She did have some suspicion because she did come to me.
Sandy Check is with us. Now, this is not your normal, everyday type job.
You know, we will go into wherever, a workplace or a bar, and see if someone would or is cheating, and we're their eyes. We can tell you
This is kind of like a movie or something. I mean, you know, they get to be a private detective and that sort of thing.
Right. It's more than people think. People think, oh, I can go out and snap a picture. No, it's not what it is. If it was, everybody would be doing it.
If you've ever wondered if your spouse were cheating on you, there's one woman in the Valley who claims she can find out for sure.
I specialize in domestic cases.
Hope owns Mate Check, a private investigation business that goes after cheating spouses.
I don't say anything sexual, or I don't try to force them.
For this mission, she's putting this woman's husband to the test. We'll call her Kathy, and she suspects her husband is cheating.
I just had a gut feeling one day.
We showed the undercover tape to Kathy. She was amazed that her husband wanted to take another woman to dinner and denied having a wife and child.
Yeah, he's a snake.
Although she was shocked, the videotape actually gives her a sense of relief.
It is a blessing. It is.
According to counselor Bill Rydell, cheating is not always a death sentence for a relationship.
It's more about an emptiness that's filled.
My husband and I were having some problems, and I cheated on him, and Sandy...
The private detective got you, right?
Yes, she did.
And what happened?
Actually, everything was for the better. I'm back with my husband, and...
Your relationship's gotten better?
That's completely better and healed. I mean, all I wanted was my companion to be at home, and he is now.
And you become friends with Sandy, who ratted you out, right?
She ratted me out.
I'm sure you get a lot of anger in your business, you know, when people...
Yes.
But some people, like in Mary's case, feel, what, like the burden is off their shoulder?
I think in Mary's case, she wanted her husband to know.
Yeah. And not taking anything away from Sandy, I think private investigators have their roles, but I think that if Mary had come to see a psychic, that you would have gotten the information maybe quicker.
If somebody is going out with somebody, you can maybe say, well, my cards show that he or she is cheating.
You know what, Sandy, let me say this. Maybe your business is not busy enough. Maybe you should come work for me. I'll put you in business.
No. I don't shuffle cards. I go to Vegas. Vegas is a better dealer. But I'm saying you can tell people, maybe you could hurt their lives and saying, yes, she would cheat.
She has a chip on her shoulder.
I don't have to guess. They
and where
pay
do they
me.
get the suspicion
Let her
from?
finish.
They pay me, and
Lots
I get them
of money.
proof, hard
Lots
copy
of money.
proof. But it's proof.
Yeah.
Where yours might be inexpensively cheap, it's proof positive, and they can not only see who
and this
they're
is
with,
proof positive too.
Well, you know, if I didn't already have such a great job, I might be interested in this, because it sounds like fascinating work. I could run down there right after the 10 o'clock news and do a little surveillance.
Mostly is at night, you know.